Good morning. This is a recording for Friday, May 10th. Yesterday, we discussed that we often use the shame, blame, anger instinct as protection from our pain. And it makes a lot of sense when we do that, when we think about shame as being exposed. For many of us, shame is about exposure or the fear of exposure. And this is why we work so hard to hide the flawed parts of ourselves that leave us open to being ridiculed or judged. Our fear of being put down keeps us from speaking out. Our need to look and act perfect keeps us at home, under the covers. But in addition to feeling shame about what we see in ourselves or what we think others see, we can also feel shame about what we don't see. This other side of shame is sometimes more difficult to identify and name. It's the shame of invisibility. Invisibility is about disconnection and powerlessness. When we don't see ourselves reflected back in our culture, in the magazines and the TV shows, etc., we feel reduced to something so small and insignificant that we are easily erased from the world of important things. Both the process of being reduced and the final product of that process, invisibility, can be incredibly shaming. We start thinking, I'm invisible because I'm not good enough, or I'm invisible because I don't matter. The primary mechanism used to reduce and erase us is stereotyping. A stereotype is an overgeneralized and rigid definition of group characteristics that is assigned to people based on their membership in a group. Sometimes we feel okay about using stereotypes because we are not using them to be malicious or to enforce prejudice. We're just using them to give someone a quick picture. We all use stereotypes on a daily basis. For example, we might say something like, oh, don't ask her, she's the total soccer mom. And on the face of it, this may seem pretty harmless. But we must remember that it's a really quick trip from benign to shaming. Let's just look at some examples from Brené Brown's research interviews. She's Chinese or something, she's smart. Or she's Indian, they're super rude like this. She's so close-minded. I just can't stand old people. Don't worry, it won't hurt her feelings. She's the real sweet grandma type. Her boyfriend is from Pakistan. She's probably not allowed to go out. These are not harmless at all. They're actually hurtful and shaming. And while we might wince when we hear them now, most of us do this type of stereotyping on a regular basis. Because stereotyping gives us a very easy way to file people into predetermined categories that we understand and that make sense to us. It also gives us permission to blame people for their struggles, so we are excused from our responsibility to practice compassion. It's as if we're saying, I don't need to sit with you in your pain, you brought it on yourself. Positive or negative, stereotypes hurt people individually and collectively. According to researchers, positive stereotypes produce sanitized and idealized images, while negative stereotypes produce demeaning and ridiculing portraits. But either way, we've reduced you to something we can fit in our mental drawer, so you as an individual is invisible. If we are honest with ourselves, most of us would admit that we are very susceptible to relying on stereotyping and labeling. So it's really important to remember that stereotyping and labeling rob us of our individuality, make us invisible, and limit our ability to build connection. When we think we know someone because of their membership in a particular group, we build relationships on assumptions, and we miss the opportunity to know others and to be known. Today, let's do a practice of loving kindness to continue opening our hearts to all people, the ones we like and the ones we don't like that much, the ones we don't even know, reminding ourselves that behind any stereotyping and labeling, there is a real breathing person. So let's make this person visible to us by remembering that just like us, they want the same basic things from life: to be happy, healthy, and at ease. As always, take a comfortable position and take a few moments to settle. Settle into your body, your heart, your mind. Settle into this moment, right here, right now. Your breath nice and soft, natural. See if you can find a sense of spaciousness in your breathing, a sense of freedom, so that all the experiences of the present moment can flow through you as energy that they are, without struggle. Now bring your attention to your heart center. Maybe put one or both hands on top of your heart. Maybe you can feel the rhythm of your heartbeat. And gently start repeating after me, silently or out loud. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and mind. May I feel loved, cared for, at ease. May I know I am enough. May I remember I am never alone. May I touch deep, natural peace. If you feel ready to include other people in your practice, now think of someone you love dearly and start sending loving kindness to this person. May they be filled with loving kindness. May they be well in body and mind. May they feel loved, cared for, at ease. May they know they are enough. May they remember they are never alone. May they touch deep, natural peace. Now think of a neutral person in your life, a familiar stranger. See if you can send them the same thoughts of loving kindness. May they be filled with loving kindness. May they be well in body and mind. May they feel loved, cared for, at ease. May they know they are enough. May they remember they are never alone. May they touch deep, natural peace. As you repeat each phrase, open to whatever images and feelings that arise with the words. Approach this practice as an exploration, sensing what words and images best serve to soften and open your heart. Now think of someone you have a challenging relationship with. Maybe somebody you don't like very much. See if you can send loving kindness to them. Of course, it may be a bit more difficult to do, and at the beginning it may seem not very sincere, but just stay with that and see how the process unfolds. Remember, with consistent practice, you will notice a change. May they be filled with loving kindness. May they be well in body and mind. May they feel loved, cared for, at ease. May they know they are enough. May they remember they are never alone. May they touch deep, natural peace. Now think of all the people on the planet, the ones you know, the ones you don't know. Remember that just like you, they are a living, breathing person, a visible individual. And just like you, they want to feel safe, happy, strong, and at ease. May they be filled with loving kindness. May we all be well in body and mind. May we all feel loved, cared for, at ease. May we all know we are enough. May we all remember we are never alone. May we all touch deep, natural peace. As you gently let go of your practice, scan your body and notice what's going on for you right now, physically, emotionally, mentally. How are you really? And as you go through your day today, I invite you to continue with this reflection. And maybe you can ask yourself, do you engage in stereotyping often? Do you think it's a benign practice? And how do you feel when the groups you belong to are being stereotyped? As always, enjoy your discoveries. And if you feel inspired to share, please do. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a gorgeous day, and I will see you tomorrow.